Hello everyone, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome back with me, Ernest Westiningsi. I want to invite you to discuss about designing English language courses for Omani students. We will talk about how the development of an English teaching learning in Oman related to situation and need analysis. What is NZTEZ? The New Zealand Tertiary Education Consortium, thus the situation, the instructor, and the learner's need. We will discuss also about the course design and evaluation program. Well, my friend, Ananda Dewi Lestari will share with you about English in Oman related to English language teaching and curriculum development in Oman. Let's start our discussion by knowing where is Oman located. Okay. As we know, Oman is a nation online profile of the Sultanate in the Middle East. And talking about designing English language courses for Omani students, as we know in 2005, the Minister of Higher Education in the Sultanate of Oman undertook to transform 6 education colleges in regional centers into colleges of applied science, offering 4-year undergraduate degrees in international business, communication, design, and information technology. The minister originally constructed NZTEZ, New Zealand Tertiary Education Consortium, to provide teaching and learning material for 2 16-week English language courses, often can take hours per week for each year of the 4-year degree. Well, before we try to design English language courses for Omani students, of course, we need to know more about the situation and how and what is the goal of Minister of Higher Education to designing English language courses. Of course, the goal is to restructure the educational college program. Well, now we will talk more about the job or the task, the situation, and analysis of NZTEZ task, and then the situation, what about the instructor, and also what about the situation of the learners. We start from the job or task of NZTEZ, New Zealand Tertiary Education Consortium, that contracted by the Minister of Higher Education. The task of NZTEZ is to have a kind of meeting local teachers of English for academic purposes program, and also meeting the newly appointed MOSE English program director, meeting also an Omani high school teacher, also the activity gathering written sample of Omani student work, and then try to obtain copies of IELTS test result from a sample of Omani student. And the most important thing, the NZTEZ try to obtain a copy of Minister of Higher Education report. For the next step, we want to know about the situation before we design English language courses for Omani students. The situations, the colleges of applied science are in 6 different regional centers, and the ministry purchased all English course books across all colleges. The English program director and the PUD director are based in Muscat. And as we know, Oman is a predominantly Muslim society. And what about the class? The class size is varied from 12 to 40 students. The next step, we try to analyze about the instructor and the learners. The instructor, in 2006, approximately 120 English instructors were employed at the colleges. Instructors have minimum qualification, bachelor degree. And what about the holidays? The instructor take a holiday from the end of one semester, and then one instructor teaches English to the same group. Come to the learners. Learners' English proficiency level on admission to the first year of the degree range from less than IELTS 4 to 6. International English Language Testing System. And then despite a minimum target of IELTS 4, coursework from subject major is more motivating and more valuable than English language courses. Also, learners' oral literacy is stronger. So we can make conclusion what is actually the constraint, the specific cultural context, and then student lack of familiarity, independent learning models, and then student lack motivation for English academic purpose courses. And the process and outcomes of course content-based approach and 9-month review is still needed. After we know about the situation and then need analysis, now we come to the course design. Course design is divided into two parts. The first is the strand 1. For the strand 1, focuses on developing and improving academic language and study skill through a content-based textbook. Of course, the course book had been written that included the first direct vocabulary learning tasks, and then receptive and productive tasks, short dictation based on 50-word extract form, and then additional or supplementary reading were intended for extensive reading or fluency. And then the last, for the strand 1, is talk about intensive reading to extend the complexity of content and language available. Another part of the course design is for the strand 2. For the strand 2 focuses on provided opportunities for integrated skill, issues-based project work, issues logs, in which students collect and summarize article or a current issue in the news, and then also in this case, learner should complete 4 issues logs. In addition, 4 key components were included in the program. Talk about fluency work, focus on language form, focus on meaning in input, and the last, focus on meaning in output. After we try to analyze the course design, now we will share with you, discuss with you about program evaluation, year 1 program evaluations. What about the course book and also the logs? Yeah, the course book, the chosen course book problematic on a number of fronts. The first, there were reported difficulties with the supply of textbooks in the numbers and time frame. And then for the second, we try to evaluate that mixed ability group in classes resulted in the textbook catering well to the needs of lower level learners, but less so for higher proficiency learners. And then for the third, try to evaluate about the course book is talk about many instructors try to get that the topic were repetition and more challenging texts were required. Another problem that we try to analyze for the evaluation is about logs. Logs, the situation in real after year program has been held, the frame or the platform. Responses were mixed. In the meaning, initial difficulties with setting up, and then scaffolding, the frame the platform, and modeling is slow. Both instructor and learners feel that project work lend itself to promote research skill and directing independent learning on topics of interest to the students. It is about the evaluation year 1 program. And for the next, how the English language teaching in Oman and about the curriculum developing in Oman will be shared with you by my friend Ananda Dulestari. Thank you.
The next explanation will be explained by me, Ananda Dewi Lestari. The next point is about English in Oman. English in Oman is seen as an important foreign language. The use of English in Oman has developed into institutionalized domains, such as business, the media, and education. To prepare future participants to function in these domains, English is taught in government schools from grade 1, while it is taught from kindergarten 1 in private schools. English has also become the medium of teaching and training in all private and public higher education or post-secondary institutions throughout the Sultan. English language teaching in Oman. English is taught as a second language subject in government schools in Oman. Students start studying it from grade 1 along with Arabic or mother tongue. They have 5 to 7 periods per week. Each period is 14 minutes. This makes about 3 to 4 hours of learning English per week. Teacher. English teachers in Oman comprise both Omani and non-Omani. Non-Omani teachers represent many different nationalities such as Egyptian, Palestinian, Jordanian, Indian, and Sudanese. One of the very important shortcomings was associated mainly with the teachers' performance and their delivery methods and techniques inside the classroom due to their multiple and conflicting cultural and training backgrounds. This is important as Omani teachers understand the philosophy behind ELT in their local context more than their non-Omani counterparts do and share the same cultural background and values with the students, which should have the positive implications for their students' learning and hence policy implementation. Syllabus. There are 3 syllables that had applied in Oman. The first is English for the Arab world, the second is English for Oman, and the third is Our World Through English or OWTE. The rigidity of the syllabuses and their lack of flexibility, variety, and challenge were reported as an additional obstacle to the students' target language improvement. As we know that English language teaching in Oman is focused on developing and improving academic language and study skills via a content-based textbook. So, in the first and second book were written and produced in the England by Longman, while the third syllabus or OWTE was written and produced locally. Prior to the piloting and introduction of OWTE, questionnaires about the content of the book were sent to some English language inspectors and teachers, students, and parents to find out their opinions and ideas. However, OWTE was found to concentrate on teaching certain skills more than others. The next topic is curriculum development in Oman. The educational system in Oman is called basic education, which includes Cycle 1 or grades 1 to 4 and Cycle 2 or grades 5 to 10. This is followed by grades 11 and 12, which are called post-basic education. In grade 12, which is the last grade in the system, students sit national exam in different subjects, of which English is one. The latest curriculum you discussed above, starting in 1998, is called the Basic Education System. The rationale for the new English language curriculum has been developed to match the general objectives of the basic education system in the Sultanate of Oman. The general objectives of the education system are to, first, reinforce young Omani's strong and proud belief in Islamic principles and behavior, as well as pride in their country, their Gulf heritage, and the Arab world. Second, value the diversity of the world's peoples. Third, understand and actively promote equity, justice, peace, and the protection of the environment in their community, Oman, and the world. Fourth, care about the physical, emotional, and spiritual health as well as that of others. 5. Pursue healthy, purposeful lives and develop good work habits and basic life skills. 6. Acquire knowledge and skills in all areas of the curriculum, including skills in questioning, investigating, critical thinking, problem solving, and decision making. 7. Apply the skills learned to further studies, work, leisure, daily living, and a lifetime of learning. 8. Use a variety of technologies, demonstrate an understanding of technological applications, apply appropriate technologies for solving problems related to their daily lives, and promote transliteracy. 9. Raise critical awareness of various forms of arts and participate in creative activities and expressions. 9. Raise awareness of global issues within the curriculum. 10. Use English to support, reinforce, and consolidate topics in other subject areas. 11. Present English as an international language and as a means of communication. Government schools in Oman use only one English national coursebook, an in-house curriculum called English for Me or EFM for grades 1 to 10, and Engage with English or EWE for grades 11 to 12, which is based on the new reform project. Every school must use this book and is required to finish all of the lessons on time. Therefore, the syllabus is seen as the main source of input.